Now, at a time when the world is grappling not only with the COVID-19 pandemic, but also freak weather and climate change that has plummeted mental health of thousands across the globe, a World Economic Forum survey conducted on 1,000 businesses, governments and academic leaders has now found that only 1 in 10 members expect global recovery to accelerate over the next 3 years. Our next report gets you more.
Welcome to
the outlook for global recovery is gloomy, according to the World Economic Forum on Tuesday. In a poll of nearly 1,000 business, government and academic leaders, only 1 in 10 expects the global recovery to accelerate over the next 3 years. Climate change was seen as the #1 danger by respondents. Extreme weather was considered the world's biggest risk in the short term, and a failure of climate action in the medium and long term. Peter Geiger, Zurich Insurance Chief Risk Officer, said the global health crisis has affected the world's ability to address these environmental challenges.
Reducing the attention and focus needed for governments to take effective and quick climate action, halving greenhouse gas emissions in the next decade and achieving the net zero transition by 2050, or risking massive disruption from the consequences of a materially warmer climate.
And that was not the only fallout. Sadia Zahidi, the WEF's managing director, said mental health deterioration was among the top 5 areas that worsened the most over the course of the last 2 years.
Governments have a balancing act to work with. In the short term, there are a number of economic transitions that they also need to manage. The second area in which they're having to do a balancing act is around jobs and social cohesion.
The WEF's report also highlights 4 areas of emerging risks, including cybersecurity, a disorderly climate transition, migration pressures, and competition in space.
and liftoff.
The prospect of 70,000 satellite launches in coming decades, in addition to space tourism and a lack of regulation, raises risks of collisions and increasing debris in space.
From web separation.
The report is published each year ahead of the annual WEF meeting in Davos. But this year's event was postponed until mid-2022 due to the spread of the Omicron variant.
Now, video game maker Take-Two Interactive Software Inc. has announced its intent to buy Farmville developer Zynga for over $12 billion. Now, this could be the biggest acquisition in video game history. So what is Take-Two getting for its money? And more about this absolutely massive deal in our next report.
A bombshell deal Monday in the gaming world. The maker of Grand Theft Auto, Take-Two Interactive, said it's buying mobile game maker Zynga in an $11 billion deal. That's a 64% premium to Zynga's last closing price. Analysts say Take-Two needed to make a move. It's an industry behemoth known for adventure games on consoles and PCs. But its weak spot was a fast-growing mobile gaming segment, and it needed to close that gap with rivals like Electronic Arts. So it went after Zynga, which is best known for Farmville. That's the franchise that captivated Facebook users when it launched over a decade ago and catapulted Zynga to stardom. Shares of Zynga, which fell by over a third last year, zoomed up nearly 50% at the market open Monday.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.